Hey YouTube, I'm back this time with a collective Bath & Body Works haul. As you can see behind me, there is clearly a different background. I did not move. I'm just filming at like a weird time of day, and where I normally film, the lighting just is not working for me. So this is actually the place in my apartment with the best lighting right now. So I have been pretty behind in my filming, as you guys saw from my empties for February. And I'm flying to Kansas tomorrow, so because I don't want to put this video off even more, here I am filming again on kind of like a weird time of day in a weird location. So this is what's happening with that. So that's kind of it. It's just like a lot of personal and work stuff kind of going on. Like, I'm fine, but you know how life gets. So yeah, just kind of a lot of that going on, and that's why I'm so behind right now. So please excuse me and stay subscribed to my channel because I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be here. But this is just a couple of weeks in the making, and I just wanted to get this haul done, show you so I can finally put it in my vanity. So the first haul that I did, and I'm telling you, this is how long ago it was. This was like maybe a month ago when Bath & Body Works had a couple days where they had a 6 for $18 soap sale. I was at a point where I only had one bottle of soap in my entire stash, so I decided to just strike while the air was hot and pick up some soaps for spring. So this was before Bath & Body Works launched their like the lavender marshmallow and pink petal tea cake, like those soaps, so you're not gonna find those here. But the first one that I did pick up on those days was Island Papaya. I'm always on the lookout for like fresh, fruity soaps anytime year round, so that's why I decided to pick up this. I feel like the packaging is fine, I guess. I'm not crazy about it, but it does make sense, so I think it's fine. The keynotes are tropical coconut, fresh papaya, and sugarcane. And I really like this. I feel like it smells like a generic summer fruit. But if you've ever had papaya in real life, papaya tends to be very lush and like a heavy fruit, and I do get that vibe from this soap, so I'm happy about this. I'm glad that I picked this up. The next one that I picked up is one of my favorites I've actually never had in a soap before. This is Rainforest Gardenia. So while I do try to pick up more fruity soaps than not, Gardenia from Bath & Body Works is like my jam. So I'm not into the Gardenia and like Spring Rain or whatever that pocket back is and the soap. I'm not into that, but the rest of their gardenias, like the Rainforest, the white, tropical, I don't know, they name it like 10 different things. I'm really into this gardenia. So I decided to pick one up in the soap because I've only ever had it in home fragrance. And this says Micellar Gentle Foaming Hand Soap. I feel like the things that they say are different, like maybe, I guess, but I have never had a different like feeling from their different foaming soaps, so I don't know. But like I said, I love gardenia, so I picked it up. The keynotes are white gardenia, sweet apple water, and bamboo. I don't remember how that compares to like a home fragrance notes, but it smells the same to me, so I'm really happy to have this. The next one that I picked up is one that I have been eyeing since the semi-annual sale, or maybe before. This is the Raspberry Tangerine Foaming Soap. Keynotes are wild raspberries, fresh tangerine, and lemon zest. I really like this one. It kind of reminds me of the papaya, but it's not as heavy. I like the floral packaging, but I feel like it doesn't really make sense with the soap. There's nothing floral about this. The fruit in here is a little bit light and airy, so like if that's the direction they're going with, then I guess. But besides that, I don't really get, excuse me, I've got like hair in my mouth every 5 seconds. I don't really get the floral with this, but it is pretty, so decided to still pick it up. The next one that I picked up surprised me. I picked up Almond Blossom. The key notes are almond milk, coriander, and vanilla sugar. So this surprised me because I actually don't really get into almond things from Bath & Body Works. I think that, and this is definitely just my opinion, but I think that almond tends to smell a little like Play-Doh-y to me. I've tried a couple almond things from Bath & Body Works and I just can't get down with it. So when I saw this, I'm like, I'll smell it, but I imagine I'll get a Play-Doh vibe and just move on. But actually this to me smells just like vanilla. So I actually really liked it. It's a nice change of pace from everything else that I've got. So I decided to pick it up. And if I decide that later I can't stand it, I'll just return it. The next one that I picked up is Sundrenched Peach. This is another new one, I think, for this year. The keynotes are ripened red peach, juicy passion fruit, and magnolia. So, like I said, I love fruity stuff, especially in the springtime for soaps. This was a pretty interesting one. I don't think it's the same as any kind of like generic Georgia peach type fragrance. It is different to me. Nice packaging. I like it, so I'm happy that I picked it up. And the last soap that I picked up for that 6 for $18 deal was one that I think is new. I've never had this one before. It is Kitchen Mandarin. I'm generally not one for the opaque bottles. Like, I don't have beef with it per se, I guess. I just kind of like the clear ones. But this scent to me was too good to pass up. It's just a very basic orange, but I feel like for the kitchen, that's a good fragrance. So really happy with this. I'm excited to use it and tell you guys what I think. Okay, so that was my soap haul. Maybe about a week later, there was a deal where a coupon went out that was like the single wick mason jar candles or whatever they are for $5.95. And because 3 wicks are still $14.50. I just kind of did the math and figured that the $5.95 single wicks were a better deal per ounce than the 3 wicks. So I decided to pick some up. I'm generally not like a single wick person, but in times like these, to me, it makes sense. So I picked up 5, so I'm just going to show you what I've got. The first one that I picked up is Aloha Kiwi Passion Fruit. I know this isn't new, but this is the first time that I've had this because I have been abroad up until this spring. And the keynotes are tropical passion fruit, ripe kiwi, and juicy pineapple. This to me smells like a generic kind of heavy passion fruit pineapple scent. I feel like the keynotes make sense with it. Is this one that I feel like I would hoard? No, but like I said, I kind of like the fruity thing any time of year, so I feel like I could enjoy this any time of year, so I wanted to pick it up and see if I liked it, and who knows, maybe eventually I'll decide that I love it and want to get a 3 wick. The next one that I picked up is a bit of a wild card. It is Sun-Drenched Blooms. The key notes are tiare flower, banana leaf, and vanilla. This to me just smells like a generic kind of dry, airy, vanilla, floral. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it's not like really heavy. It's not really light and barely noticeable. I don't know. There's kind of an in-between, and I really don't know how to describe something as smelling warm, but to me there is like a fragrance or like a family of fragrance when something smells kind of hot or dry. Like if you're in a meadow, I guess this is me being from the Midwest, guys. If you're like in a meadow or something like on a hot, dry summer day, to me there's a smell to that. Like, you know, not the rain, not humidity, like there's a smell to that hot dryness. I don't know. In Kansas, I guess we just do like strange things. I don't know. But to me, there is a scent to that, and that's just what I think of when I think of Sun-Drenched Blooms. So I like it. Again, kind of like the Aloha Kiwi Passion Fruit. Not something I would hoard, but something I wanted to try out just to see how I went with it. The next one that I picked up, you guys could probably guess this, one of my staples, white gardenia. Smells exactly like my Rainforest Gardenia. Love it. I get one, at least one every year, but sometimes 2 or 3. Keynotes are white gardenia, apple water, white woods. I don't know why they bother with the different notes and the different names. It is the same. A heavy floral, not everyone's bag, but I love gardenia. I would absolutely repurchase this over and over and over again every single year. The next one that I purchased is another favorite of mine, Rosewater and Ivy. I've had this in a couple of soaps. I've had this in a candle before. This to me made sense to go ahead and pick it up because I love it. The key notes are soft rose petals, rain-kissed ivy, and spring musk. A nice kind of fresh, airy floral, just kind of like the gardenia thing. Not everyone's bag because I know that some people just don't dig florals, but I do. So this and gardenia, very different, but a good one. Love it. And the last $5.95 candle that I picked up is another staple, pineapple mango. So I could also enjoy pineapple mango any time of year. Interestingly enough, I associated with the winter because the very first time that I bought pineapple mango, it was in, one of those like Joy to the World collections or whatever that Bath & Body Works used to do for New Year's. The very first time I burned it during winter. So I just think of like winter break when I think of pineapple mango. So yeah. The keynotes are fresh pineapple juice, mango, vine ripened raspberry. Not too sure about the raspberry bit, but I feel like it smells like pineapple and it smells like mango. A nice one to have around any time of year. Okay, so that is my first 2 trips that I did to Bath & Body Works. The second or the third trip, I guess, trip you can call it, I kind of like became a crazy person with coupons. I went to Bath & Body Works 5 times within about 2 or 3 days because a couple weeks ago, Bath & Body Works had the coupon that was like, spend $10, get a free item or whatever. I decided then that the $14.50 candles would be worth it. That is the only circumstance in which I have purchased a $14.50 candle this year. So it's still not like an amazing deal considering what it used to be, but at that point, it's doable for me. So I'm really hoping that Bath & Body Works, no matter like what's going on with that price point, will bring it back down to $12.95 or $13 or whatever it's going to be, because I would have purchased so many more 3 Wicks by this point if they weren't $14.50, but this is the only coupon with which I would go there, if you know what I mean. So again, I picked up 5 3 Wicks and 5 3 items. So I'm just going to share my 3 Wicks with you first, and then I'll share the free items that I got. So the first 3 Wick, I've been eyeing this since January, is the Love You 3 Wick. The fragrance notes are sweet lilac, pink freesia, and hyacinth. I have heard that this is a repackage of Flower Shop. This is also a repackage of Amsterdam pink tulips and windmills. I don't know, something like that. It was a pink candle from like a couple years ago. I really loved it. So this is a very nice green floral. Not everyone's thing because like I said, the florals are not, but florals are my thing. So I was really eyeing this. I love it. I liked that Amsterdam candle. So I'm happy to have this again. And sorry if you hear crunching, by the way, my cat is currently eating. Next, I picked up a White Barn Georgia Peach, one of my staples. I'm actually currently melting a white peach, so the same fragrance. But yeah, this is always a staple in my apartment. Keynotes are juicy peaches, dew-covered leaves, and hint of vanilla. I love it. Not so into the vanilla bit. Like, I don't think there's vanilla in here. If you want a great vanilla candle with peach meringue, if you can get your hands on that for a reasonable price, try it. It is amazing. That's like a gem. I wish I had 100 peach meringue candles. So Georgia peach is always good, but peach meringue, that was such a good candle. So the vanilla, like I said, no. But if you want that actual blend of vanilla peach meringue is where it's at. The next one that I picked up is a new one from this year, at least this packaging is new. This is the Pineapple Sunrise Candle. Again, I've been after ones that my boyfriend can stand. He's just like a fruity person, so I need to kind of balance my stash like that. The keynotes are juicy island pineapple, crisp Persian lime, and warm coconut musk. Just smells like a nice, fresh pineapple. I don't know, I think it smells really good. So cool lid. I'm generally not fussed about the lid, but that's kind of cool. And I'm also generally not one for the wraparound lids, or not wraparound lids, excuse me, the wraparound labels, but this picture is really cool. I like the raised white text. I feel like this looks good. I feel like Bath & Body Works in general is having a moment with good products and good packaging. So I just wish that the $14.50 wasn't really like a thing anymore. But in terms of everything else, I feel like Bath & Body Works is kind of rocking it right now. Like, I'm kind of into it. I wish that I could go in and be willing to buy more candles, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. The next candle that I picked up, I know is kind of divisive, is Pink Apple Punch. I really like Pink Apple Punch. It is definitely my thing. The first time I ever had this was when it came out in the Pop Tails collection a couple summers ago. I know some people think it smells like chemicals, but I don't know, like I can kind of get like an artificial vibe from it, but I like it. I don't know if that sounds weird, but like I think it smells good. The keynotes are crisp apple, sun-kissed melon, and sugar crystals. I know that this is different than what it used to be. It used to be like a champagne note. I think it has always had the melon note and then like Pink Lady apples. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, Pink Lady apples are actually my favorite kind of apples. So I kind of just think of that whenever I smell this candle, and I love it. I would buy this over and over and over again because I have, and I would continue to do that. The next one, and really the last 3 wick that I picked up, is Fresh Cut Lilacs. So I have mixed emotions about this kind of like blocky text. I can't decide if I hate it or I don't mind it, but I don't love it. So I don't know, it kind of is what it is as far as I'm concerned, but yeah, they've got this blocky text now. The keynotes for this are lilac bouquets, dewy greens, and soft spring air. This is the same fresh cut lilacs they've had for years. I don't remember how these keynotes compare, but they are the same. I love lilacs. I had a lilac bush in my backyard growing up, so I always like think of that nostalgia when I smell this, so it just kind of reminds me of that. I get one every single year. Boyfriend will hate it, but he's gone like a third of the time with work since he's a pilot. So whenever he's on a trip, this is what comes out. So that is it for my 3 wicks. The very last thing I'm gonna do is go over my free items that I purchased. Now, in my empties, if you guys watch them, then you kind of like have made this connection probably, that I tend to go through shower gels the fastest. 2 reasons for that. I go to the gym a lot, so I take showers a lot, but also because boyfriend and I live together, he also uses the shower gels. So that's why we go through them kind of quickly, because there are 2 of us using them up. So that is my answer for people who ask, by the way, how I go through so much. Like, twofold, but those are my reasons. So I picked up 3 shower gels. I picked up a warm vanilla sugar, a good fragrance any time of year. We all know it, and I like it. I think it's pretty good. I also picked up one that I've had before in Waikiki Beach Coconut. Like I said, Bath & Body Works is having a great moment with packaging. I think it looks really good. Keynotes are beach coconut, pink passion flower, saltwater breeze, fresh bamboo, and sun-bleached woods. It just smells to me like a heavy floral coconut, like not a coconut you would eat, like a flowery tropical coconut to me. So this is not something I hoard, but every year I do like to get one. The next shower gel that I picked up is also from the tropical collection that they're doing right now. This is the Bahamas passion fruit and banana flower. Again, wanted something fruity to kind of break the monotony, because I feel like I have a lot of floral and a lot of like grassy things right now for spring. So I wanted to pick this up because, like I said, this is like my boyfriend's thing. He can't stand other things. So the fragrance notes are passion fruit, pineapple leaves, freesia petals, banana flower, and amber. I also feel like Bath & Body Works is having a good moment with banana flower. I think it's a really nice note that they're putting in here. I think it makes it smell banana, creamy, and like grassy, if that makes sense. I feel like it's a nice addition to their fragrances right now. I feel like this one was distinctly different than the other fragrances in their collection that they currently have out, so I decided to pick this one up. So that was it for the free shower gels that I picked up. I also picked up a free soap, which normally I wouldn't do because I always try to get like the best dollar deal possible, if that makes sense. But I actually saw this on Instagram after I did my soap haul, and I had been eyeing it. So it's the Escape to Paradise Papaya and Mint. And the keynotes are papaya and fresh mint leaves. And at first I'm like, what an odd combination. That's so weird. But actually, I really like it. So I think it's such an interesting combination of that kind of lush fruit and then mint. This is not like a toothpaste mint. It smells like a mint plant, if you're familiar with like the differences between those smells. So this smells definitely green, by the way. It's not like toothpaste and fruit, but because I'm familiar with that, I have memories of mint plants because my grandfather, who was a gardener, like in his leisure time, I guess, grew mint. So I just have memories of picking it and eating the mint. It just makes me think of that, and I'm so excited about it. Cute packaging, love it. And then the very last thing, this is such a long video for me, especially for a haul, this is a long video. The very last thing that I picked up is a triple moisture or ultra shea body cream in Pretty as a Peach. Pretty as a Peach is also something I could use year round, so that's kind of why I took advantage of this situation to pick up those kinds of things. The keynotes are Blushing Peach, Jasmine Petals, White Nectarine, Apple Blossom, and Sheer Freesia. I've had Pretty as a Peach several times before. I'll purchase it over and over again, so I just wanted to pick it up and have it in my stash for, again, any time of year. So that is it for my collective Bath & Body Works haul. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at YellowBrickExpat, same way it's spelled here. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.